Confessors! Hey now, hey. So Ma says she is coming, but of course she must be fashionably late because that is what she does best, okay? So we're going to wait for her until she gets here, which should be shortly. But in the meantime, even though it was just Friday since we was here with the Huntsville Chronicles, and here we are again, even more has popped off. Oh, and she is here. The undisputed advocate queen. Don't give me that look. Don't no. We ain't gonna start off like that. What we not gonna do, sis, is start off like that. Okay.
I love you. What's going on?
Nothing. How was work?
I am trying to watch the clip that we are supposed to be discussing.
Okay. Girl, can you believe even since the last time we had the Huntsville Chronicles, even more stuff has popped off?
Oh my gosh.
It never ends.
It does not end. And I was watching Michelle Atlanta. What's her name?
Who?
Michelle Atlanta. What's her name? She's a blogger.
Yeah. I know who you talk about.
Yeah. Oh, and she had a lot to say about that. Mattel and Sheree and
Carlos King. Yeah. So, what is your take on that? Because
I agree 100%.
I do too. I mean, I knew it had to be a stunt, but I didn't think it was so much behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And she made a very valid point about saying how Carlos is talking about the housewives quite a lot.
But I can see how Carlos is talking about Real Housewives because he feels he's the one who created, or he was behind.
He's done all the dirty work behind it, at least.
Mm-hmm. And so he feels like, you know what, I'm gonna be talking about now. He's not talking to Candy. I don't know why he has not talked to Candy. I don't know why he's talking to Nini. The only two people that I really care for.
Well, you know, Candy also feels the same way as we talked about Friday, how she knows it feels that this is a PR stunt. I mean, it screams PR stunt. It don't even look right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They're neither on each other's caliber of people. So why is this happening? I mean, you could have chose anyone else for each other. Why them two?
Confession. You know what I'm saying? I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did Sheree go for the wine tasting for Motel? Because you know everybody who was there. Now, confessions, you cannot lie to your people. Okay. And so if you know the truth.
I haven't got confirmation yet on whether she was there or not. But it is rumored that she was in fact there. So I wouldn't doubt it if she was. I would expect her to be there more than not be there, especially if Melody wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say specifically that she probably was there. I mean, first of all, Sheree is not going to miss an opportunity of any sort. And Sheree going to be there for some wine, especially if it's free. Who wouldn't be there for free wine? I would be there for free wine. If I was asked to go, I would be there. Okay? I don't care who there. I'm going. I'm drinking. I'm going to be all right.
Did you just say that she's going to be there for free wine?
Here's the thing. The only reason why I would believe that she wasn't there is because, like Michelle of Atlanta was saying, they signed contracts. Therefore, they're not allowed to basically cross over into other networks and be filmed and recorded. If maybe something was done to make that not be a thing, but they are under contract. So basically, they can't really do that. Mm-hmm. But you never know, especially since, two powerful people, one of one network, one of another, especially, you know, Andy being very powerful with Bravo, you never know. I mean, you're allowed to break rules if you want to. So I would feel Sheree would more be on Love and Marriage Huntsville than Martell would be on Housewives of Atlanta.
I agree with that. But you also have to remember, she has not been on this on our TV screen for a minute. She's gonna do everything that she can to continue signing up, making headlines, because that's what that's all Bravo wants. You're making headlines. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna be signing you up.
Exactly. And so you also have to realize, now that things are done and over with Tyrone, which was basically her storyline, had to come back, she doesn't have one anymore.
Nope.
So what do? Get another man on the roster and have one.
There you go. It's unfortunate.
It is.
It's unfortunate because, like we said the last time we were talking about it, we said she has daughters. She's raising daughters, or she has already raised daughters, because at this point there's nothing much you can do.
Exactly.
Listen, my daughter is 13 years old. Don't worry about my arm. I'm just trying to pour my drink.
Oh, I know what that arch is.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what that arch is. Okay. I'm familiar with that arch.
First of all, I enjoyed your show with Dina. You guys were hilarious. Now, the next time you invite me, you know, I'm gonna be singing all the African songs. I don't know all what you're talking about. I'll just be going over there with my African songs, like boom.
We had a blast. That was so much fun. Yes, we're gonna be doing that.
I enjoyed it.
That was fun. But girl, even the tea today that happened.
What?
So, you know, today was the first day of school for the kids in Huntsville, at least, right? And so, first of all, before we get into Martell and Mel, so now they're saying that Miss Ariane is trying to basically reinvent herself, I guess. And now she's putting up all these inspirational quotes on her story.
First of all, nobody beat her. This was all lies. Now go ahead, continue.
Right. It was all these stories of she's do better, this, be a better person, this type of stuff. And people called it Melody quotes, because you know Melody always posts quotes like that, trying to be the same. And now it looks like she's trying to do the same thing. And then not only that, you know, her daughter started back school, so she's posting pictures with her daughter on the first day of school and all that, so much, you know, proud mom. And it was funny because right before she did this, Martell, where is it? Martell, that is not the one.
That's
But Martell had posted a picture of him and the kids on their first day of school. You know, they're starting 5th, 4th, and 1st, I believe. So the kids are growing up so much, and they look so cute on their first day of school. However, it gets messy, of course.
What happened?
So Martell had posted, you know, I'm always here for all the good things, the best things or whatnot, you know, first days of school, birthdays, important events, all that, so forth and so on. Good dad, proud dad, whoop, whoop, all that jazz, right? Okay. So Mel then takes to her IG and goes live, and she's making it like, okay, good mom, I've been up to this school 3 times already, went to see my kids off, they forgot their lunch, didn't get a packed lunch or whatnot. So what I'm assuming is on the first day of school, as you see, Martell was with the kids. So Martell had them, so he got them off to school. So I guess what Martell didn't do was pack their lunches.
And that's foolishness. That's foolishness when it comes to, I can hear my echo. Can you hear my echo? Am I good?
I hear it a little bit, but it's how it usually is lately with your thing. I don't know what that is. But
foolishness. Foolishness. Because as a man, and this is what I was talking about even with the Tylers, there are things as a mother, the things you're conscious about. Listen, every time my kid over here, when my kid is hungry in this household, they don't go there knocking and telling Dad, I'm hungry. They come to me. I would hope for Melody to know that this is not an issue to take to social media at this point in her life. And this is the thing with the social media, because social media has messed everybody up. Like every time you have a grievances with your partner, you don't want to talk about it privately. You want to tell us everything over here. We don't care. It's a shame for you to say, I've taken lunch.
Well, here's my take on it. So, tomorrow is the day that the whole custody trial starts with them, with the whole thing of Martell wanting sole custody of the kids, because right now they have joint custody, of course. And so Martell wants sole custody of the kids. And I think this might have been a point or a way for her to get in a good word and show, like, look, he can be just as unfit as I can. And see, what the leg that Martell has up on Melody is the fact that just this past time, when, that whole time where he had talked about how he didn't get to see the kids for like 56 days or something of that sort. So during that time, they were going through, the custody battle, whichever as well, right, where Melody alleged that he, I don't know how to say it on YouTube, but basically hurt Hank Martell Jr. And so she felt that she would have that allegation of, I guess, ABUSC, I don't want to say the word, against him. But the thing is, the court threw that out. The judge threw that out. He didn't see that was liable or even possible. She couldn't prove it, what have you. And that is very messed up, because
they're the kids.
Martell is a lot of things, but he is not going to hurt his
children. I was going to say that. He is not
going to hurt his children.
I was going to say that. For anybody who has watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, among the men, if there's anybody that we can say is a good dad, Martell is a good dad. Martell, we have seen on that show, him making sure that the kids have eaten when Melody was nowhere to be seen. Changing, taking to bed those kids. Nothing that Marcel has done ever. And therefore, if there's anything, we can say all things about Martell that he has done, and we can put and point out and do those things. But we can also say Martell has been and has always been a good dad. And that's why everybody was what's the word to use? When he was not able to see his children, sympathizing with the situation, because we know of who he is as a father, and we can also imagine how the toll that it took on him, just like the way he did on the book signing. This is something that they worked with the children, and so if you're gonna punish, and here's the thing, as a wife, I know what my husband weaknesses are. I know how I'm gonna get to him. No, he's a big guy over here, so physically I cannot attack him on that end. But I know what I can do to make him know, I'm existing over here.
Exactly.
As a wife, your husband. Melody knows who the husband or ex-husband is. And one of the things is a good dad, and though you're gonna take away the kids, you're punishing that man.
I mean, you're punishing these children is what she's doing.
And you're punishing the children too.
The most, because of course they're the ones. I always remember back on, I think it was last season, that scene before they got to the point where they were so toxic that they couldn't be around each other, when they were in the park sitting on a blanket with the kids.
Yes.
And and I think it was either Tank or Mariah.
Yeah. Who said that?
That said, you know, they wish that they could, you know, be back together so they can have both of them and live in the house with both of them. You know, when kids are used to having that, they grew up like that, it's hard. It is very hard. And that's why a lot happens to children when there is a divorce. Because
it's Confessions. It's a very delicate situation because you don't want to stay in it because of the children. Because
of course,
the more you stay in it, if it's toxic, they are being harmed. But at the same time, when you leave, there's a duration of amount of time that the kids are going to be messed up. And we're also seeing it with Bell Collective. I don't know whether you've watched that show.
Yes.
The son is also struggling with it.
Yes.
You know, so you can never win when it comes to the children either way. Now, long term, taking them away from the situation. But then the long term, I have seen adults who have said, you know what? They were fighting and my parents got divorced and I'm no longer going to get married. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It is never a win for the children when the parents are fighting. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And that's why it's just so important to know how and to be able to co-parent effectively.
Or communicate. Even in
you have got to communicate. That is number one. That is number one.
Fights will come. Trust you me. You know, I've been married for 13 years. Trust you me. You know, we have fights away. You know.
They happen. It's expected. You know, nothing's perfect. But still, to know when to or how to come to an agreement at the end of it all. Come to an agreement. Come to a level of where you have respect for each other. Not to do the dirty mess to one another. Not to put that out and put that onto your kids to where your kids are seeing that and so forth and so on. Because I always wondered, how did Mariah feel with the whole thing where Melody made the point that they were driving up or around and Mariah saw Marcel with Ariana. She said, "Get away from my daddy," or some sort of the other. Like, imagine what that could have done to her at that time. So imagine what she is feeling at this time. Being the oldest child, you know, we don't hear her side of how she feels, but I'm sure she is feeling something. She knows something is going on. These Eminem kids are very smart. So they know something is going on. You know,
you also have to remember even the time that I don't know, there was something they had a meeting at the office, and then the kids went with Melody and they were crying, and Melody had to come back. No, was it Melody or Mateo had to come back?
It was when they were having the talk with Maurice, Kim, Marceau, and Tisha, and Martel brought them with him to the office or whatever, and they had to leave because he was tired of the disrespect and whatnot, and he had to bring them back because they were crying.
This is what I'm, you know, this
and it was emotional for them.
This reality TV comes with positives, cons, and listen, because they're gonna be watching this show years to come.
And not only that, what all of the bloggers are saying about them. You know, they're gonna see how the world sees them and portrays them. And you know, and who wants to see other people talk about your parents? You know, your parents are your heroes. You never want to see people talk about your heroes. You know, you stick up for them even though they don't know them, but they actually know them. These are their parents. They love them. You know, they know who and how they really are, and especially towards them. So it's going to be really heartbreaking for them to see all of this in the future. And it's not good. And that's why I try to take into consideration how I say what I say about them. Because they may be seeing this very, you know, live one day and click on it and see, oh, that woman said this about my mom or my dad. And I don't want that on my conscience. You know what I'm saying? That's just not cool. It's not cute. So it's just, I just wish it all the best. And I hope it's a quick and swift trial for whatever that is going on. I wish Martell wouldn't try to get sole custody of the kids because he's a good father and Melody's a good mother.
She is.
They both love their parents, period. So it's very sad that he's trying to do this. I know it probably comes out of anger of what she did, and I understand that, but two wrongs don't make a right. And that's just unfortunate. And I just don't know how he could forget to pack a lunch. I don't see. Hey, girl. Hey.
Sister, you spelled that wrong. You spelled that wrong. You spelled that wrong.
Give her a heart now. She's trying.
No. I'm
trying.
Monique.
She needs it in good taste, though.
No, Monique, I'm selling my merchandise, and that's not how I spell sister, because Confession is my sister. Don't do that. We don't spell it like that.
But it sounds like that. Leave her alone. She don't mean no harm, Monique. I promise she don't. Extensive.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe this is how I'm supposed to be spelling it, yo.
Look now, look at you.
I love that,
she's
Monique.
Extending, Monique. She's extending. Oh, snap. See, you're on to something, Monique. See? You just might be. Extend that grace.
I don't know, Monique. Monique is my small sister. Sometimes I don't extend grace to small sisters.
You can put sisters on one side and then the back in parentheses, sisters, how it's supposed to be said. Think about it.
I know, because, you told me about monsters.
You're right. Think about it. Monsters in the house. Monique is a monster and a confessor, y'all.
Yes.
Big love to Monique. She always comes through and says hi.
I love her. Cannot.
But so then with the whole packed lunches thing, I don't know who this cousin is, but one of Melody's cousins thought it was appropriate to chime in and say something. And what did she say? Appropriate.
Wait, shoot.
She said, let me just go and sit this BS right here and call it out for what it is. You really mad that she ain't show up for your publicity stunt this morning and came later for that very reason. It had nothing to do with the kids, but everything to do with your ego being hurt. But pop your SHIT, sis. Heavy on the sis, because it's giving I'm on my period energy. Whoo. This is interesting because 2020, I remember my own cousin having to rush and grab a Christmas tree and gifts 2 days before Christmas because he decided not to be with them, nor did he give them one gift. He also skipped Sugar Mama's birthday the same year, her first birthday. Then Mel invited us to Mariah and Malia's birthday parties this year and told us he'd been invited just to make us aware so he would play nice. Guess what he was? A no-show. Oh my. I'm gonna have to sip to that one because baby.
Who are they talking about?
That's a cousin talking about Mr. Marcel Hope. And I do remember that he did in fact not come to Sugar Mama's birthday. And if I remember correctly, I think that was around the time he was off of social media. He didn't even post for her birthday either. That I remember. He didn't even post for her birthday. So there might be some truth to that. But I don't know what was the reason for that. Now, you would hope that there ain't no reason for you to skip your children's birthday or be a no-show. However, though, he may have not wanted to be in the midst of the situation.
And that's what we are saying.
He probably didn't want to get ambushed like Marceau did with Letitia's people this past season, And who knows? I wouldn't want to be in that company, especially who and who's there. Him and Miss Van were probably in the best of spirits because him and Melody weren't. because Miss Van always goes with what Melody wants and how she's feeling. So I would think that might be the reason. But did he ever, hold anything for her on his own? He may have just did that. But if he didn't, then that's worse. And the whole Christmas thing, I don't know, because I distinctly remember him with a Christmas tree in his house. I remember seeing pictures of a Christmas tree in his house. So I don't know where that is coming from. I don't understand that one.
I can honestly say this. The source is compromised. Okay. If it wasn't coming from Melody's side, then I can only, be open-minded about the situation. But because it's coming from Melody's side, then I'm not gonna take it as it is.
Right.
Because
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Right. They're already feeling some type of way about you guy who cheated on our cousin, who did all these things to our cousin, and therefore I'm not just gonna Listen, Kamisha, she never behaves over here. When you're not around, she never behaves. She does not respect me.
Don't do that.
She's younger than me.
All the time. You ain't never on time. You wasn't on time again.
Wait, I was.
So until you learn to be on time, you can't say nothing to me. Now.
Yes.
Sisters, of course. Monique in the building, of course. So yes. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but as far as what'd you say about this? What'd you say about?
I don't know what I said.
She can't even remember. She don't even remember.
Well, I said Confessions is my small sister, and therefore she should always be listening to me. She doesn't listen to me, nothing. Never listens to me. And so you know what?
I'll listen to you. I can't listen to you until you get here, though. You be late. I do not got 3 hands. Don't do that to me. So back to this whole thing. So I don't even know what to say about this whole thing about Ariane getting into a fight. First of all, there are too many cell phones in this world. There are too many people that love to take videos of everything.
Hallelujah.
And we don't have not one in the building. Hey, KK. Hey, girl. Hey.
Show me.
We love you too.
We love you, Kamisha, so much. Listen.
So very much.
Show me.
Show me the footage. Show me the footage.
And she
you in a club. You are in a club. First of all, there is, video of her. She was at a club because she did go live for a minute. And as the live did stop. It did just stop out of nowhere.
It can stop out of nowhere. If I'm in the club and I'm getting late and whoever I'm with, they're like, yo, stop it. Or you get so drunk that I can stop for any reason. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody was beaten up. Her face is good.
Yeah, she is too old for that. Like, way too old. And that's the thing. But if that just stops out of nowhere, you mean to tell me nobody picked up? You know this is Ariane Curry. You know who she is. You know she heavy. You know that would have been a good video to have. You mean to tell me if that really happened, nobody got footage of that? Like, nobody got footage. Everybody got footage of everything else.
And that's why I'm saying, you're competing with Love and Marriage, DC. You're bringing in a DC girl over here who is faking a relationship. She's hiring Airbnb to act like she's a different class. I'm talking about Adam Joy. She's a new cast of Love and Marriage DC. She's faking a relationship with a guy the boyfriend who is a personal trainer, but at night, he's a stripper. Listen, where I come from, I did not know that we have strippers.
First of all, who is going to believe that a stripper is your boyfriend? And if he is your boyfriend,
because
tell me one stripper that's faithful to his girlfriend, wife, and got one anyway.
Because they're not going to tell us that he's a stripper. They're going to tell us that he's a life coach or a trainer, the gymnastic, gym.
You know what?
Confessions.
Only season 2 of DC. I'm gonna need them to stop already and come better than that if they want to continue to be on the right path to Black excellence, because that's what we tuned in for, and it's slowly already starting to deteriorate.
And exactly what I'm saying. Carlos King better step up. You keep claiming you brought up all these Real House of Atlanta and all that, and we give that to you. You better have to step up. This is not the kind of the blood that you want to bring into the cast of Ready to Love. I mean, Love and Marriage. DC,
no,
they are hiring Airbnb to portray that this is where they live. This is their home. They are hiring a car to act like, this is the car that we drive.
I'm already not here for it. I'm already upset and not here for it.
And that's what I was saying. Going back to Love and Marriage, Huntsville.
I'm already not here for it.
I really want Ariane to come to the show, because if Ariane doesn't come to that show, then you all have to stop talking about Ariane, because she brings the viewers. That's why everybody's on her lives. Everybody's caring so much. Oh, she was beaten. She was done this and this. Why can't we bring her to Love and Marriage, Huntsville? Let's bring her up.
I mean, we've got some things going on. I believe eventually she may end up on it. I don't think it'll be maybe towards the end of season 5, because the more we talk about it, the more it doesn't seem like such a far out thing. People are, just because they may not even like her still, they still want to know, okay, come on, say what you got to say instead of just going on your IG all the time and just, lately having meltdowns, okay? Come on, do your thing and all of that. But from even though they're saying that, oh, she may be filming, she's not filming. She's not filming. Mm-hmm. That is one thing for sure. Ariane is not filming.
Okay.
And so
I wish she was filming.
And that's why she is still going on IG. Because believe me, if she was, she would be saving all of that for her storyline for the camera. So
and when she goes, but here's the thing: when she goes on IG, guess what? She has way more viewers than Natisha. She has way more viewers than Kimmy. She has way more. She's coming close to Melody.
That's because they're coming to see her dramatic meltdowns and downfalls.
So then we can have that.
It's not because they like her. Majority of the people on her live don't even like her.
So, and majority of the people who don't like her, they're still gonna watch her on Love and Marriage.
That's what I'm saying. So she should just go on the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Carlos is messy enough to let that happen, but Carlos still favors into Melody. So that's not gonna happen. That's why it's not gonna happen. Point blank, period. And that's the problem with that.
Unfortunately.
But if he can be as messy to start this mess with, Sheree and Martell, then I don't see why not. But the only thing that
I'll tell you why not
is Melody.
I will tell you why not, because Melody and Martell, they are the ones who went to him saying, can we have this show? And so to him, he feels like, I owe this to them. And Melody will never say, yes, bring her on. She will never say that.
Well, okay, what can I say about that without saying?
And you have to remember, he just tweeted and said, Melody is not going anywhere to Real House of Atlanta. Melody is staying at Love and Marriage. So, you know what I'm saying?
Well, she definitely ain't going to Atlanta now. If she was before, she ain't now. And besides, like I said, they all still have contracts and are still under contract to where at least, I believe the contract is still at least 2 years till it's up from now. So for at least for the next 2 years, or at least for the rest of this year and next year, that's not going to happen. That is not going to happen unless they work out something somewhere along the lines. And I don't know if that's even being worked on or not. However, Melody doesn't have the power to not have just nobody on the show. And you'll see that coming up soon. What that's about. There, yeah. So I'm sure that's not the whole case.
Small sister, say that one more time.
Melody does not have the control to have just not anyone on the show, and you will see that coming up at the end of the season.
Boom.
So that is that.
Are you saying all the girls are not gonna be on her side?
I can't say what. I can't say nothing. I can just say
we know you're connected. We know you're.
It's going to be something to where you're like, oh, maybe she don't got that much power of who is and can't be and will be and won't be on the show anymore. So yeah, that's quite a thing.
Ooh, that's good.
You only have so much power.
I have been looking. Listen, I love that. I'm hoping for that for Love and Marriage DC, where somebody's gonna say Monique has no power. That I'm gonna check you when I feel the need to check you.
Well, I guess you'll be having a lot to say when Monique has her interview with our mentor, Kamisha Reviews, coming up this week. I believe Friday, Kamisha Reviews will be interviewing Monique Samuels of Love and Marriage DC. So y'all make sure y'all tune into that. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna be in them comments?
Oh, you know that. You know, absolutely. She's gonna be blocked. Listen, now, unfortunately, Kamisha cannot block me. Listen, I'll be over there.
Mine, extend some grace. Extend some grace.
Not for her.
Ooh, wait. Not for her, huh? Sheesh. Have a heart, man. Have a heart. That's all we ask. But it's going to be something. But so yeah, little Miss Ariane did take to her Instagram IG, and she did want to show that she is flawless and not a scratch, not a bruise, not a nothing is on her face from these rumors that she has been touched up in the club.
Love it.
She says, nothing here, nothing to see here. She says, it's nothing, boo. It's nothing. It's nothing. So we'll see how this all goes. I also believe that she's not too hurt by the rumors because it's something for her to be relevant still. She definitely doesn't want to hear no more about Meltel and Cherie. I'm sure she's over that herself, and she's quite hurt over that herself. So I feel like she went out to have a good time, and that's why she went to the club. You know, she's trying to get over that. And then you see her in her stories making these inspirational quotes like she's okay and she's a good-hearted person. She's a proud mom. Not to say she's not a proud mom, because if you're a mom, you should be a proud mom, and I hope she is a proud mom, although she could do a little bit better from how she's a mom when she's on social media. However, that's the
Listen, don't do that.
What?
Don't do that listen, there's sometimes I look around some days, I feel like I would have been a better mother.
Okay, but you have never put that out there and made that a situation while on IG and making that your priority.
Okay.
Either.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Out on IG. Like, you have got to be aware of your children when you're on IG. Not because you're not a good mother, but because everyone is going to look at something to prove or say that you're not. And you don't want that. Either way, you could be the best mother and someone is still going to find something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Knocks coughs on live. Oh, you're not treating his cold. You're a bad mother. You know, anything they will say. And they did. Like, just anything. However, that's when she clapped back and said that sugar mama got him sick. Which she shouldn't have done. Like, keep other children out of it. You know, take care of your own. And everything will be fine.
Right.
But you better watch. And then that's another thing. If Martell is willing to take his ex-wife to court for their children, don't think he might not try the same thing with you. So make sure you're keeping your stuff together unless you're going to find yourself in that situation too. And Martell has way more money than you to fight in court. You will lose to him. And then
now, I'm still waiting for you to put that Kiki.
Oh, you ready to get back into this?
Oh,
okay, so y'all know we are really here to finish that debate.
I did not watch it. Please, can you play it for our audience?
Let's get into it.
Play it.
So this is a scene from the pajama scene that we were talking about last Friday, and we kept getting into. And I'm gonna have to drink up good while this is playing. So here we go, y'all. In case y'all didn't do y'all homework, I did the homework for you. Here we go.
Now we're moving to a better place, a more positive place. But when I heard her on that stage so easily start making faces while Destiny and I are discussing our issue, and then for her to say, "This girl tried to destroy my marriage," I was like, she's still on that bullshit. I can't do it.
But Mel,
I can't do it.
You definitely did not try to do that.
I know I didn't. But you her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she's ever had an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like
or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything?
No, I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
You know, not the first rumors, no.
So she's heard before all oh, okay.
Let me say things have, come to her where she's had to look at her marriage.
Oh, okay.
We've had frank, open, honest conversations about, she and Marcel's relationship. Her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused Marcel of.
Everybody.
No, play that one more time. One more fucking time. Play it one more time.
Okay. What didn't you get out of it the first time, Mod?
Play it. One more play it.
Yes, Queen, as you wish.
Now we're moving to a better place, a more positive place. But when I heard her on that stage so easily start making faces while Destiny and I are discussing our issue, and then for her to say, "This girl tried to destroy my marriage," I was like, she's still on that bullshit. I can't do it.
But Mel,
I can't do it.
You definitely did not try to do that.
I know I didn't. But you her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she's ever had an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like
or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything?
No, I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
Not the first rumors, no.
So she's heard before all oh, okay.
Let me say things have, come to her where she's had to look at her marriage.
Oh, okay.
We've had frank, open, honest conversations about, she and Marcel's relationship. Her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused Marcel of.
Everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
She has, in her truth, number one, Melody is trying to insinuate.
Of course.
There has been some marriage. She says there has been rumors. And I am extending grace tonight to Kiki.
See what I'm saying? Melody was
Melody knows what she's doing.
Messy Mel. Now, the part that we did see when Kiki first got there, she asked about Letitia. She asked, has anyone talked to her? Where is the other?
She should not be asking. That's your cousin.
She can't ask about her cousin. She want to know why she wasn't there. She's there. She was asking about her cousin. No, so now she can't even ask about her. She can't ask about her. Why?
What's her question?
Legitimate
What's
question.
her question?
She asked where she was. Has anyone talked to her?
But she knew she.
Why she can't ask that?
She knew
What's
she
wrong?
was.
What harm is that?
She knew she was being invited to party where the cousin was not invited. Correct?
Obviously not. When she got to the party, she asked her, "Where's the other Scott? Has anyone talked to her?"
That's your cousin. You should have talked to your cousin. You should have told your cousin that, yo, I've been invited to this love and marriage. I've been invited. I have been invited. No.
We don't know what her dynamic was at that point.
I have been.
We do not know. She felt she was probably going to see her there. They could have been at a point where it was rocky, and she probably felt, well, you know what? That could have been another reason why she came to that party. She might have wanted to make up with her cousin. Just
like the way you're assuming that they were in a rocky place, is the same thing I'm assuming.
Obviously, they were in a rocky place.
They are real cousins, and therefore, she should have called the cousin and asked, your cousin, I'm going to this party. Can we go together?
Why they gotta go together?
Or we don't have to go together. I'm going to this party. Are you going to this party?
Look, she pretty much automatically assumed that she was going to be there. You see that what I did, maybe I should have, that she asked where she was and had anyone talk to her. Therefore, asking and saying, not just anyone. She didn't ask, did Kimmy, did she just talk to her? She asked, did anyone? As in, did anyone talk to her? Like, Mel, did you talk to her? So she looked pretty much unaware that at that point, her cousin was Melody's enemy already at that point.
Bullshit.
Bullshit to you too, Mai.
Bullshit.
How she had known.
If I go to a party that I'm expecting Confessions to be in, I'll have called Confessions and I'll have told Confessions, oh my God, help me with this outfit. How do I look? How is it? Hey, Confessions.
No. Why we gotta do all of that?
Confessions. What time are we gonna go? What time are we gonna get there?
It don't matter. You coming from your house in your car?
Confessions.
Coming from my house in my car? I'ma see you when I get there.
Confessions. You and I have had this bond. You're my small sister. We are in a group of mentorship with Kamisha. You and I have a very strong bond with you.
Our relationship is different than theirs, so far. We've never been friends.
Let me finish. Among the other girls that are in the mentorship, you are the only person that I talk to every time. I call you, I text you. You're the only one who has my phone number on that mentorship group, right?
Yes.
And therefore, if Kamisha is gonna be inviting us in a situation, I'll be asking Confessions. Are you going? Confessions. I'm gonna be wearing this. What confession are you gonna wear in this? No, I'm not done. Don't do that. I'm not done. Put your hand down. Now, these are blood cousins. Raised together, grew up together, shared everything together. You've been invited for a Christmas party that the cameras are going to be there. And you never got in touch with your cousin. And now, when the cameras are rolling, it's when you're asking, has somebody talked to Camille? Has somebody talked to Tisha? Oh, where's Tisha? Has somebody talked to Tisha? Where's he? You're the one who's supposed to have talked to Tisha.
No.
Don't check me.
Because they were at that point where obviously it wasn't the best between them. So no, if anything had happened, why would I just sit there and be like, what should I wear? First of all, she didn't have to ask what she wore because they all wore the same pajamas and Mel had that covered. So that was something that didn't need to be asked.
It doesn't
They
matter.
all came at a different time. Nobody showed up with one another. They all
Confessions.
showed up when they got there. They are all
Confessions.
busy women doing their thing. So when they got there, and they all got there.
Now,
Therefore,
confessions. You're
therefore,
trying to be.
I'll let you talk, Mon. I'll let you talk. Therefore, she is not going to sit there and call her up and be like, what time are you going? What am I wearing? What are we doing? They were not that great at that point, like I am saying, but Kiki still went thinking that Tisha was going to be there. So therefore, Kiki could have came to there to try to fix things with Tisha. Therefore, she
Bullshit.
would not have came,
Bullshit.
she would not have came to start shit
Bullshit.
with her. She wasn't going to come there to start no mess with Tisha. She asked about her, wondered why she wasn't there, wondered who had talked to her, as if she was coming like she's expecting to see her cousin. So why do we have to call her,
Okay, wait a
say
minute.
anything to her? If she's cool with Melody, which you would think if she's invited, of course, Tisha's damn sure invited. So when she got there and she sees that she's not there, she asks, where is she?
So this is your cousin. You've been invited, and you wanna come to fix things in front of the cameras. In front, you don't know if your cousin has issues with you, and therefore that's why you did not call her. And I don't care whether it's pajamas, because
Mine is the show.
Hey, listen.
I
don't care. Even if it's pajamas.
That's the show.
Even if it's pajamas. Even if it's pajamas. Even if it's pajamas, we also want to, even if it's pajamas, for girls like us, we also want to see, oh my gosh, it's pajamas, but what kind of pajamas are you wearing?
They all wore the same pajamas.
That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is she did not have that conversation with her cousin who they grew up with, who they were like sisters.
Were.
Let me finish. Confessions. Let me finish. So therefore, if this is my sister, I'll be catching feelings just like maybe way more than Tisha did. Because I have identified who my enemy is. Now, if you're going to be sitting down with that enemy, please let me know that you're going to be dining and whining and doing all that kind of foolishness with my enemy. But please, give me some respect.
She's Mel's enemy. Letitia never said Mel was her enemy. Mel said Letitia was her enemy. He did. Letitia never called Mel her enemy. Mel called Letitia her enemy.
I don't care. But
that's very distinctive. No, you can't just put that out there and say you don't care.
She
never called her enemy.
Okay. Did she know that there was disagreement or negative energy between Melody and Letitia?
Obviously not. She asked about Letitia when she got there.
Did she know? No, I'm asking you.
If that's how she felt, then she wouldn't have asked. She would have already known. When she asked Melody and told her, then she found out.
Confessions. Did Professor know that there was an issue between Melody and Letitia? I'm waiting. What did you say? What did you say?
If you would let me, you would listen. Look at you.
Yes or no?
I'm going to say no.
I can't.
Because she got there and she asked about her. And she knew that was a thing between them. Why would she have even asked about her? She would already know.
I can't do it.
But she asked. She didn't already know. She asked at that moment.
What kind of a sister?
Mel told her. That's when Kimmy told her, because she said, this ain't my party.
Oh my God.
This is Mel's. So therefore, why would she ask if she already knew? Why would she ask if she already knew? Why? Why would she ask if she already knew?
Foolishness.
Oh, so now she's just a fool, period.
Foolishness.
So she just asked if she's a fool, so she already knew. You're just going to assume she already knew?
I'm saying, if Confession and myself, Confessions, you know, in our sisterhood, who I have beef with, if I have beef with anybody.
Okay, yes.
I can talk to you about anybody that I have beef with.
Yes.
And therefore, as a cousin, I expect you to know who I have beef with. Understood?
True. Yes. However,
no,
our sisterhood is better than their cousinhood. Our sisterhood is better than their cousinhood.
Wait. There's no but. There's no nothing.
Yes, there is.
No.
Our sisterhood is better than their cousinhood. Okay? Me and you have never had to have a tit for tat. Me and you have never told each other's business to anyone else. So we trust each other. We have never had that moment of distrust, disdain. We've never physically fought each other. We've never physically done anything reckless toward each other, physically, mentally, or spiritually. Therefore, they have. So they have that, it's not great between them. They have that, that stain on their relationship. So we don't know exactly where they were at that moment.
I'm about to kick your ass right now.
Because you see that Tisha thought they were cool, but honestly, you see Kiki was still feeling some type of way from what Letitia had did. And no, Letitia didn't do it on camera, but she still did it.
I'm about to kick your ass right now so that you can say, you know what, physically.
Mind you not gonna do that. We all know you ain't gonna do that. So, therefore, all the person we can really blame for this is messy ass Mel. Because if you look at the video, when Mel asks her, she don't even say nothing at first. You can see her trying to find the right words to say. Then Mel goes even more being messy and asks again in a different way and adds more onto it. Now, when Kiki responded, she was very careful with her words and what she said. For one, we know that it's something, so we're not just going to be mute and say, I ain't going to say nothing, because you are on camera, and the point is to get something said. That's what you are there for. You're not just going to say just nothing like nothing ever happened. What she didn't do was go into detail. Whichever it was that they talked about, she did keep that to herself. She didn't tell them what they went into detail about. She didn't tell them how long the conversation was. She didn't say how Letitia was feeling about it at the time. She just said, yes, they have had talks about the whole infidelity thing. The whole entire country in the world who in the show has had talks. You think she ain't had to talk herself? So of course she has. You can't say that they haven't. And that's all she told them. Now, anything else is extra because anyone else wanted to go far and beyond on what that could have been, because we all do want to know what it was, but none of us do know. Why? Because Kiki didn't tell all of that when she could have. Because she told way more or less about Tisha than Tisha told about her and whatever the situation was. And that's the difference.
What do you know about what Tisha could have told?
Say what?
You said that Tisha could have told Tisha told way more.
Kiki could have told way more about Tisha than Tisha did about her. Tisha went above and beyond to go to people and say exactly what that was. Nobody asked
people. What people?
Melody and Martell and whoever else that she could have told, because apparently a lot of people in them streets knew.
Listen.
That's the whole point. She could have said so much more because she knew so much more. And she even threatened to say so much more at that dinner, but Marcel went and almost had a conniption.
Listen, I have no respect for anybody who tries to threaten my life. Listen. Let me make this very clear. Anybody over here try to say they're threatening my life. Zero respect. You have anything to say, Kiki? You have anything to say? Say it. I'm not your hostage. It's not slavery. We are not in slavery. We don't do that. It's not slavery. Okay? Don't come here acting, oh, how would I say? Go ahead. Say what you want to say.
She was going to until Marcel damn near
flipped out stop.
And had a conniption.
Don't she have? Well, she has a reunion coming up. Let her say what she wanted to say.
I mean, we still have a second part of this season. We still have a lot to uncover.
No, you are very good friends with her. Tell her I say this. She better say it at the reunion. If she doesn't say it at the reunion, shut the hell up and leave us. We don't need a Kiki at the love and marriage. She was
going to say it right there until Marcel wanted to shut it down and have a conniption, like I said, and get all irate and act a crazy fool at the table. Mm-hmm. She was very much about to. Mm-hmm. And then he threatened her. Mm-hmm. He threatened her. Mm-hmm. The point is...
is nothing to be said.
I'm gonna blame it on.
It's nothing to be said.
I'm gonna blame it on Mel. It's all Mel's fault.
Yes.
She invited her. She asked a question. When she took her time to answer it, she iterated and asked it even more in a more personal manner, but she wanted to get specifics. And then that's how it all went down. And then it looked even worse because Kimmy said something to her before she did. But Kiki had nothing to go back and tell her because Kiki didn't say anything.
We don't need a Kiki. Go back to where you were coming from.
Exactly. Literally almost dang near exploded the way he went off. Why? Because he had something to say he did not want her to say. And Kiki didn't have that luxury of getting all crazy and saying, don't tell my business. She didn't have that luxury. Because at least she was going to tell the business with them right there in front of her face. Tisha went and told it to whomever behind her back. Camera or no camera. It don't matter.
Wow.
Camera or no camera, it don't matter. Yes.
Wow.
That is how it is. But hopefully, and I do hope that this whole scenario will continue at some point on the second half. Because we still have the second half coming up. We are a month, a little bit over a month away. Whoop, whoop. We made it through 1 month. So now we got 1 more month to go. And Huntsville will be back in our lives. And it's going to be a beautiful thing. And we'll be right back on this wagon. But first, we're going to have to get through this this couples retreat, which is going to be going on when we first get back, because that's where they are on their way to. We get to see how all of that unfolds, and this is going to be interesting.
That's going to be my favorite episode, really.
This is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be good. Mm-hmm. Although I'm not buying the whole Kimmy and Maurice not having enough sex thing. That just came out of nowhere right before this retreat. I don't believe it. I believe Kimmy is giving him all the sex he needs and wants, and he don't need. He ain't. Maurice is not hurting for that. I'm sorry.
No.
He's
No.
He just ain't. They just need something to discuss at the retreat, and they just pulled one out. Like, oh, they going through the whole sex scene. The Whitlows, let's go through that too real quick. Because, you know, they don't have, they're fine. Their marriage is the best good out of all of those on the show, period. So, not to say that they lie, but they don't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's always good to, you know, not patch up, but just, you know, go and talk and be familiar to where you don't get to the point where you can patch up. So I understand their reason for going because it's still healthy. You know what I'm saying? But they could have just been checking in. They didn't have to come up with not enough sex. I know Maurice is not hurting because that's the first time we heard about that. Period. Maybe he could say he want to do different stuff, but now that he just ain't getting enough. Come on now. And Maurice is a busy man. He ain't got time for all of that. So I just think that everything's going to be fine. You know, the Whitlows are going to have to leave early because Tiffany has an event that she had to speak at. She got out of two of them, but there was one she just couldn't get out of. So they're going to be leaving early, which is going to leave all them together, the Scotts and the wives together, which will be interesting to see what pops off in between that, because I feel it's going to get even more grimy after that once the Whitlows leave. Because, of course, you got the original OGs just there to just go at it and talk about whatever it is. So,
is Mark going to be showing up on this season?
No. I don't think so. He hasn't talked about it, at least lately, so I don't think he is. So, but we've got more than enough to talk about or go off of the rest of the season anyway, period. I'm eager to see what's going to happen. I mean, and even if, what is going to happen, because not only the retreat, the fight is about to break out. So we're going to have them at odds. And, you know, they basically just got cool again.
Yeah.
Have this fight. And it's like, oh, Jesus. Like, how's it all going to lead up to? Let's see if Miss Wanda gets her food truck up and running. And, you know, all of that. So we've got a lot to cover up. You know, Martell's going to have his wine coming out. I'm sure the last Friday he had his biggest event. That's going to be there. But like I said, we probably won't be seeing Cherie because she can't be shown or, you know, record film because of the contract. Unless they figure out something in between time. Which makes me wonder, because if she's still there, that means she had to have been stayed out of the camera or film. What I'm eager to do is when everyone's a whole in there, will we be able to spot her face at all? Because she may not film, but she may be in the background still chilling, doing something in there. Because you know how a whole bunch of people are there, you can be like, oh, I see. You can barely see her. She just may not talk and be mic'd up.
At Thirsty Beach. Go ahead.
Well, she's there to drink wine, so she can quench her thirst. She can quench it. We'll just have to see. And yeah, so we'll see what's going on. And then, of course, all of the extraness that will be the gossip coming on before. We have a whole entire month. So who knows what rumors and gossips will be coming up before that whole thing. And of course,
but
talk about
Letitia is still married to Marshall.
Letitia is still married.
The Scots are still strong, so y'all can give up. Give it up.
Yes, and then I did hear someone said that they did have some more new information
on
Marceau, and I just do not want to see another anonymous person. I need them to make it a regular thing where just shut up if you're going to remain not anonymous. Just shut up. It don't matter. Just like receipts are the thing. Don't say nothing unless you got receipts. Don't say nothing unless you ain't anonymous, because nobody
Excuse
cares
me?
about anonymous anymore.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
We don't care.
Can we normalize that? No more anonymous, because at this point, you can keep it to yourself. You're wasting our time.
It's too much.
You're wasting our time. Point blank in the period. And if she's gonna stick beside him, let her stick beside him. That is her marriage. She's the one who's got to worry about that. If there is anything to worry about. So let her worry about
people's decisions. Yes.
And especially if you ain't a married woman yourself, you wouldn't know how you would react.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Period. So let's all just wait and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? You know. Anything else you want to put out there, the Undisputed Queen, before we wrap this up?
No. Leave the Scots, the fucking, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Simple as that. Simple as that.
Until you're ready to show up your face and say, you know what? Yes, I did sleep with this man. Don't bring her the anonymous with a straight shooter, original straight. Now, I know her because she knows me too. Don't come over here saying, oh, original straight shooter. No, don't do that.
See, and that's the thing. And I don't know what it is about her that gets all of this and where it's all coming from, but we need something with some substantialness up in here. She got it right. Are you happy, sisters? Night, Monique. So yes, y'all, that will do it for this round of the Huntsville Chronicles. Y'all know what it is. I love you, girl. It's always a blast being on a panel with you. You are everything. Make sure y'all check me and Mod out on both of our platforms. We're all tired. Yes, just tired. Just all the tired that there can be. I don't know. But yes, make sure y'all check us out on both our platforms, on YouTube and IG and Twitter. We are out there in these social media streets. We love bringing y'all all the info and having a ball with y'all and drinking with y'all. It is our pleasure. And we will be back soon to unpack and do some more of this Huntsville Chronicles once some more pops up, because you know it always does. And on that note, make sure if you have not, check out Ma's interview with the Tylers that she just did. It was great. It was everything. You're going to learn a lot more than you thought that you knew. It is a very good watch. So if you haven't watched, make sure you go over and check that out. And we will be back with more in the future. And thanks for watching. On that note, you know what it is. I'm out this nasty thing.